Yes, sir.
I am a parole officer. I'll shut this whole shit down in a minute.
We know, sir.
Good. Now get your shit together, nigga.
Will do, sir.
Like a good field Negro. When the sun go down, we run the city. It is but the demons with me. When the sun go down, best believe it. Nothing new, the streets is undefeated. When the sun go down, ooh, it get wild, baby, wild, baby, wild, baby.
Don't you ever try to move me. You best salute me. It's in the bloodstream. We're feeling Rakadushi. The compound, the lessons, the lies, the deception, the FBI's weapons, the punishment, detention. And I just want to free you from the slave shit. So murder is the case that we're faced with.
When the sun go down.
Okay, y'all, what's up, Ruthless fans? What's up, Ruthless addicts? What's up, Ruthless newbies? What's good with you today? All right, so that clip that you just heard was Lilo pulling up to the compound and asking to speak to the highest, Tyrone, in his words, you know. So Oliver is, you know, one of the security guards. He's like, where's the girl that, you know, that you left here with? Where is she? You know, Oliver is kind of like, I don't give a F, Lilo. I ain't afraid of you. I'm about to get in that ASS, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying it, but he's not really doing it. Because he's trying to find out where the girl is. So Lilo is like, man, just let me in the gate. You know, every time Lilo come there, they give him a hard time about getting in this gate. So Lilo's like, man, F this. Just let me in the gate. Tell Tyrone I want to see him. So finally, Lilo gets out the car and, you know, he's like, oh, because Oliver is asking about the girl. So he's like, well, where's the girl? Where's the girl? And Lilo says, oh, that bitch is in the trunk. What? Don't tell me you done shut down baby girl already. So Lilo finally gets out the car. You want to see? You want to see? Oliver is looking like, I hope you ain't got no girl in that trunk. In the meantime, you know, Lilo is just like, okay, I'm going to call your bluff. Opens up the trunk. Damn blow up doll. Leave the Lilo to just do anything to start some mess, you know. So after Oliver has finally gotten done challenging Lilo for the most part, because Lilo ain't telling him nothing. Like, who are you? Lilo is like, who are you to ask me anything? You don't know I run this bitch. I own this. So finally, Daikon comes to the gate and asks Lilo to find out what's the problem. So of course, as always, Lilo is, I want to talk to your highest. Let me talk to Tyrone. And Daikon is like, well, maybe I can handle this. Maybe I can handle this. Just tell me what's the problem. Okay. So finally, Lilo says, that one you gave me last night, she all ran through. Now, mind you, before old girl left to leave with Lilo, she was just getting it in with Oliver out in the backwoods. So, yeah, she wasn't what Lilo needed or wanted. Lilo says he used to him young and tight, and sis just wasn't tight at all. And he said the way she looked is as if she been ran through by a mule. So you trying to say Oliver packing? So Mother Elder wasn't lying at all? Bruh, packing? Yeah, so Daikon is like, what? Like, what do you mean? Our women don't have sex here. What are you talking about? So Lilo is like, nah, somebody been screwing her because chick was wide open. So he said, I'm going to give you 2 days I'll be back. I'm gonna give you 2 days, and I want a brand new batch. So he want a brand new batch of women that he can go and pimp out and make money from. So from that point, Daikon is just like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? It's almost as if Daikon at this point is losing control because he don't know what's going on the compound. Because he too busy wrapped up in Ruth knows and trying to get people to stay away from the highest. And so poor Daikon just losing all control. He's second in command, but I don't know. I don't know how much longer this gonna, last. So after that, Daikon talks to Clark. Somebody said Clark looked like a baby Jesus. Clark is pretty handsome. He's got nice eyes. I like him. But who was played by J.L. Pettigrew, who was able to come back this second half to Ruthless. So I'm glad to see him again. First, in the beginning, Clark was too busy snitching and telling about everybody. Now let me tell y'all, Daikon told Clark, he asked him, he said, who is the biggest man around here? And Daikon and Clark is like, we all get kind of big, and with a little work. And Daikon is like, nah, I need to know who is big without having to do a lot of work. So now basically Daikon has put Clark on D duty. Y'all know what D is. I ain't gonna say the word. He has put Clark on D duty. So Clark is tested, or his goal or his mission now is to find the man on the compound with the biggest D. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Rich. Yes. You don't have an appreciation for opera. No, sir. Well, you must. I'm sure you will teach me. And I will teach you everything. Thank you. Isn't it sad? Sir? This song. It's about a woman looking for the love of her life. Yes, that is sad. Love makes people do the strangest things. Yes. Have you ever loved a woman? You've never asked me that. Because it never mattered until now. Why now? Your heart, it's beating differently. I don't understand. Who is she? Who's who? The woman.
Okay, y'all. So at this point, Daikon enters into the Highest trailer, and the Highest is in there listening to his opera music, zen and getting his little whatever he does, because he hasn't been taking. According to him, he hasn't been taking the drugs. So this is his little meditation time. Okay, so the opera song that he's listening to is basically a love story about a woman who is in love. So the Highest asks Daikon, have you ever loved a woman? And Daikon is like, sir, you've never asked me that before. So, where is this line of questioning come from? Basically, the Highest knows Daikon is messing around with one of the women on the compound. He can't pinpoint it just yet, but he knows Daikon is, he's into somebody else, because he told him, he said, your heart beats differently. And Daikon is like, sir, in their fashion, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. I don't understand what you're saying. But the Highest knows. Some kind of way, this fool know everything. All right. So we're going to see where this leads to, where this conversation leads to. Also, as the Highest is talking to Daikon and telling him, I know you're in love with somebody. I can tell your heart beats differently. He says, I can smell her on you. I can smell her when you come to me. So Daikon, your ass ain't been bathing? Bruh, you got to wash off before you go to your... Okay, anyway. Yeah. So he says, I can smell her on you. So at this point, Daikon is just like a deer in the headlights, like no words, nothing. He can't say anything at this point. Okay, so in the next scene, you have just a little small clip of the highest looking for Ruth. At this point, I'm not sure exactly why it is that he's looking for her. Maybe because River was saying you should take a wife, and I think it should be Ruth. But at this point, so far, we don't really know, why the highest is looking for Ruth. Okay, so in this next scene, you have Brian and Lynn at home, and Brian is standing in front of the bed saying, Lynn, wake up, wake up. Lynn and her, her old fashioned, her rudeness, ignores him. She keeps ignoring him. Finally, she gets up to go to the bathroom. She uses the bathroom, attempts to flush the toilet, then she walks back out of the bathroom. At that point, Brian is like, okay, cool. I got what I need anyway. And it's just a whole back and forth of, I do what I do because I want to do what I want to do. And that's Lynn's attitude. And Brian is just like, but you've been doing something. Did they do something to you at that Rakadushi compound? Like, what's the problem? Ever since we went to that Rakadushi compound, you have been different. Our relationship was good before you went there. And now it's like we on a whole other type of vibe. So, in the week prior, we was like, because Brian was trying to make Lynn take a drug test. And she was like, I'm not peeing in no cup. I'm not doing that. So Brian is smart as I don't know what. Love you, Jamie Callagher. Yeah, Brian is super smart. He said, okay, I got something for you, chick. He drains the toilet, make sure there's no water in there. When Lynn uses the bathroom, which means it'll have her urine in the toilet. So Brian goes in, scoops up whatever urine he needs, puts it in the, in the little cup, the drug tester cup, and lets it, lets it read, holds it, telling her, oh yeah, I got you to take this test anyway. And Lynn is like, it doesn't matter because there is water in there. No, Brian says, I've drained it anyway. So, this is your urine, and we're going to find out what's in your system. So the first thing that pops up is cocaine. Sis got cocaine in her system. Come on, Lynn. What you doing, Lynn? I was rooting for you, But yeah, so Lynn has this. It's no telling where she got it, because not only did she go to the Rakadushi compound twice, Daikon gave her drugs more than once. And then on top of that, she made a stop before she went home, which led her to shooting heroin in the bathroom. So at the end of that conversation, Brian basically says, we need to talk to somebody. And Lynn is like, I'm not going to counseling. I don't care what you say. I'm not going to counseling. And Brian says, no, we're not going to counseling. We're going to talk to your parents. And at this point, Lynn is like, oh, hell no. We're not talking to my parents. Like, no, we're not talking to my parents. At this point, Brian is fed up. It's like, you have no choice. Hate it or love it, you have no choice. So that's where Brian and Lynn are in this situation, trying to get Lynn's head clear, trying to get her off the drugs. And it seems like, I don't know what the relationship is with her and her parents, but something is up to the point where she doesn't want her parents involved in what she has going on.
What are you doing?
I'm the mother.
What are you doing?
She just needed some water.
She can't get her own water?
Well, she's...
She has to get up.
Oh, Mother Elder coming in with that pimp hand strong, y'all. I'm telling you, she's swinging on folks. Last week she was swinging on Tally. This week she's swinging on Zane. Polo thing. She's just so fragile, Zane. But anyway, Zane just want to check, see if her friend is okay. But Mother Elder is like, nah, she needs to get up. She needs to get up. She needs to walk on her own. She needs to do what she has to do. She needs to get up. Nobody told her down behind to drink bleach. She needs to get up and do what she has to do. She has chores around this compound that she needs to take care of. And she needs to get up and she needs to do it now. So Mother Elder, she ain't playing. And she knows it's on her way anyway. So she sees something black on the floor or either in the bucket where Paula has been vomiting in. And she's like, what's that black stuff? And then she automatically knows, that's charcoal. Where did you get that from? Fortunately, Paula is still on her A game by saying, I got it from out of the barbecue grill. So at this point, she doesn't know, Mother Elder doesn't know where Paula actually got the charcoal from, which is a good thing because I'm pretty sure there would be more torture going on if she found out where she got that charcoal from. Okay, so then we have a moment where Ruth goes to talk to Zane. Excuse me. She goes to talk to Zane, and Zane is she was basically questioning Joan's motives and did Joan actually write the letter? And Zane confirms it. Yeah, she did write the letter. But you know, Ruth, in her mind, she's still not completely sure that Joan is with them. She still thinks Joan is trying to get to them for Mother Elder. So we're going to see how that plays out. Now we have Oliver, who, because he has a hot head, Clark tells him, hey man, go take a walk. Walk it off. You know, walk it off. Whatever you got going on, just walk it off. Stop worrying about these girls and walk it off, okay? So Oliver walks into the woods, in the little wood line, and he's just standing there looking around. And out of nowhere, damn, Andrew comes back. He takes him down in this old FBI move, takes him down to the ground. And Oliver's like, damn, bro. Like, I didn't think you could, handle me like that. So, yeah, he takes him down. And then once he finally comes to himself and he realizes it's Andrew, he's like, hey, sir, what you doing here? He's still showing that elder respect, you know what I mean? Even though Andrew has been sent away from the compound, Oliver is still showing him that respect. Like, hey, sir, what's up? What you doing, And Andrew says, look, I know I can't be here right now, but I just need you to watch Tally. Look out for Tally for me because she gets upset, she gets anxious, and I just need somebody here to have eyes for me. Make sure she's good. Make sure everything she's, make sure she's, not, losing it. And so Oliver says, okay, I can do that. And then, Andrew goes on about his way. And then Oliver says, yeah, I'll do that for you, but I need you to do something for me too. I need you to look into this Lilo guy and find out where Lacey is. Because at this point, we haven't seen Lacey anymore. After she was taken from the compound with Lilo mother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hadn't seen her anymore. So Oliver wants Andrew, hey, I'm doing something for you. I need you to do something for me. So now we have a scene where Brian arrives back at the FBI headquarters to speak with Mac. And he goes ahead and says, look, we got a problem. Malcolm is going to be a problem. Andrew knows that he's cheating with his wife, with Sarah, and he's going to be a problem. I feel like he's going to try to do something to compromise Andrew and get him killed, all because he wants to be with Sarah. And Mac is like pissed off, like, what you mean he messing with, Sarah? Yeah, she's cheating. He's cheating with Andrew's wife, and it's gonna be a problem. You need to go ahead and find Malcolm, call Malcolm, have him talk to him, whatever you gotta do, because he's gonna compromise Andrew. He's gonna get Andrew killed, and we can't have that. We can't have that where another agent gets another agent killed because they want, their wife or a period. That's just, that's just some in the FBI laws and rule books. You don't turn on your fellow FBI brother. So we'll see how this part plays out. So then we have Sheriff Conley arriving back at the sheriff's office, sheriff's department, and Polk is in there, laid down on the couch or on the counter, knocked out sleep still. So whatever Melinda gave him, yeah, she got him twisted up pretty bad. But he's like, sheriff walks in and says, all right, I'm about to go, and Polk says, I'm about to go, and sheriff is like, hold up, it ain't even time for you to go yet. You got another hour. Bring me some coffee then. If you're gonna leave, bring me some coffee before you leave. So Sheriff Conley walks into his office. Polk walks in behind him with the coffee, and Sheriff is like sniffing in the air, like, do you smell that? Like, what is that smell? And Polk is just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Sheriff is like, it smells like perfume. So Polk is there making all kind of excuses. Maybe it wasn't me. I don't know how this got in here. How the smell got in here. Maybe Irene had it. Maybe Irene was in here with it on. Maybe Irene has a different, maybe she's, wearing a different perfume. And Sheriff was like, nah, Irene has never worn anything like that. So something's not right. So already the sheriff, he knows something is up. But Polk is just, he's not going to let in that he had Melinda in his office, laid out. So we'll see, what happens from here. I also have another scene where Tally is going around. She's talking to the guy who works on the buses, and she takes him something cool to drink. And he's like, no, I don't want that. I can't have it. But then finally he gives in and say, okay, just let me go ahead and drink it. So he drinks it, and she's standing there, doing her little girly thing, batting her eye, and, and he's like, okay, so you gave me something to drink. Now, what is it that you want? And she says, oh, I don't want anything. I just want to give you something to drink. And he says, oh, well, you better get back to it. And he goes back to work on the bus, and pretty sure that bus is not going to end up working, because Tally, when she walks away, she grabs looks like two spark plugs. Then she gets the spark plugs, goes over to the open showers where there are like two men over there taking a shower, sits on the toilet. I'm like, dang, that's how y'all do it, public peeing? Okay, well, do what you got to do. But she goes over there, pretends to use the bathroom, but in the meantime, she's throwing the spark plugs down the toilet. So she's trying to do whatever she can to stop that bus from working, so that they don't have to, whatever it is they think that, that the highest has planned for them, they don't want to have any parts of it. So yeah, she takes those spark plugs and throws them down the nasty, it's not even a real toilet, because it don't even flush. It's like one of those outside porta potties, but it's open to the point where you can see the person's head. You just can't see their body. So we'll see what happens on that part. We'll see if oh boy don't find those parts anymore, and it takes them a little while to get that bus started. Then we come to Ruth and Paula. Yeah, Ruth and Paula. Ruth goes she sees Paula in the washroom, and she says, hey, I'm sorry for what I said to you. I didn't think it would cause you to drink bleach, so I'm truly apologetic, but I need you to trust me. I need to know who's really on our side. I need to know who really, who wrote the letter. And I need to know if Joan wrote the letter. And she said, and Paula said, yeah, Joan wrote the letter, but I don't trust her. And Ruth says, but Zane trusts her. And Paula said, Zane trusts everybody. So you really can't trust, Joan. Don't trust her. I don't care what, just don't trust her. She's up to no good. She's with Elder Mother all the way, so don't trust her. So at this point, at first I thought, dang, maybe you can trust Paula Joan, but nah, it's the parent. We can't trust her at all. So they're talking, and Ruth wants to know who's the other names on the list. So, and Ruth is basically trying to see who else is on this list. Who else wants to leave the Rakadushi compound? And like I said, she doesn't, now she knows through by the word of Paula that she can't trust Joan. So Joan is completely out of it. But then Ruth is just like, well, who is the other person on the list? And so finally, Paula says it's Agnes. And whoa, not Agnes, not Miss. I agree with every single thing that Elder Mother says, and I gotta do everything the Rakadushi way. Yeah, Agnes, according to Paula, is the person that's on that list that wants, the other person that wants to leave the Rakadushi compound. So as as Paula and Ruth are talking, in walks Agnes. She's still keeping up her, elder mother front. And she basically invites Ruth to leave the room. Like, why are you here? I see you everywhere. I see you in places you shouldn't be. And, I see you, in other words. She put on notice, look, I see you. Guard yourself. So we'll see what happens in episode 21 between this whole little group that's trying to get off of this Rakadushi compound. So then we have River and Ruth. And River walks up for Ruth or Daikon, because the highest has already approached Daikon and told him, hey, I know you banging somebody, so I'm gonna find out. If you don't tell the truth, it's gonna be worse on you. So you need to just go ahead and tell the truth. So anyway, River's making small talk with Ruth, saying, about the soap and everything. Then finally he says, I talked to the highest, and I told him he needs to take a wife, and you need to be that wife. And Ruth is like, why would you do that? Like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, why would you do that? You just need to play your role and keep me out of it, because you don't know what you're doing. So now we got to see what the highest decides, and as well as what Ruth is going to do. Because, like, what's her next move? Like, this little River needs to get the flowing somewhere else, because he's just stirring up a whole lot of crap right now. So we'll see what happens between Ruth and the highest. And now we see River, and he's there talking to the highest, still having this little small talk, the River fashion. And the highest is like, what is that smell? What is that smell on you? And he's like, oh, well, it's it's just a little extra lavender and lemon that Ruth puts in her soap. And he's like, but that's just, that's for women. Why are you wearing it? And he's like, no, I just like the way it smells. I like to be able to smell good. And so the highest is like, he's thinking in his mind. He's like putting two and two together. Slowly but surely, he's putting two and two together. He's like, but you smell. Okay, so Ruth wears that perfume, that smell. Yes, I'm absolutely sure, according to River, I'm absolutely sure that she wears it. I got it from her. It's her soap. She smells that. So, wait a minute. What's about to go down? What is really about to go down? Skip all that other crowd. What's about to go down between the highest and Daikon? This is about to get crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, it's about to get crazy.
How deeply are you understanding? With all my heart. What's the flower's name? What? What's the flower's name? You heard me. I don't know what you're talking about. Then you are not seeing me deeply. You're jealous. Are you fucking
Yo! Oh my God. Oh my goodness. This is getting crazy, y'all. Ruthless is getting crazy. The highest is waking the F up, and he sees Daikon and his little plan. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. I could not. Wait a minute. So basically, the highest just knocked the F out of Daikon because I know you're doing something. I knew it. He was putting two and two together. It didn't, he already put him on notice earlier in the morning. Then River with his little floaty self came in, saying, oh yeah, I get this from Rue. So like he put two and two together. He may be on those drugs, but he is not as stupid as we thought. Or as crazy as we thought either. So yeah, the highest has knocked Daikon down. He has taken him off of the throne that Daikon thought that he was on. He has taken him all the way down. We gotta see what happens on episode 21, y'all. I'm telling you, episode 21 can't get here fast enough. Like, that episode seemed to be short, but it has so much content in it. It has so much content in it. I know I'm going to go back and watch it about 30 more times. I have to. But yeah. So that's about it, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for checking in with the Ruthless Addicts. I hope you guys have a happy new year. Some of you may be on our Facebook group at Tyler Perry's Ruthless Fans. We're having a New Year's Eve party tonight, y'all. We're celebrating. We're bringing in 2021. Yeah, 2020 wasn't the best for some, but that's okay. We're going to get through it, y'all. We're going to get through it. We're going to bring 2021 in with a bang, and I hope to see you there. Y'all have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Have a happy new year, and I'll talk to you guys in 2021. Peace. Ruthless.